comes to mind when you went back and kind of watched your week 1 performance?
Really, we didn't really have a lot of opportunities. I think I took 43 snaps Saturday, and walking off the field, it was like, man, we had a lot of good plays that we just really didn't get called. And I had no idea how low our snap count was Saturday. So that kind of plays a factor in it. And then, I mean, at the end of the day, like, the number one stat that I look for every week is just, did we win or did we lose? And we came off with the win. Obviously, we have some things we want to improve and clean up going into this next week, but that's how it's going to be every week. So I'm excited to get out and play again this week, but really was just kind of let down that we didn't really get as many snaps as we'd want to Saturday.
When you went back and looked at the film, what was your assessment of the offense?
I just feel like the first half was kind of flat. We really didn't do too much. And then the second half, I feel like we kind of picked things up. And I know we had a bunch of explosive runs, and I think we had 3 explosive passes, 10 explosive runs, so 13 explosives on 43 plays. It's not as bad as it seems. We had a bunch of yards in total offense for how limited our snap count was on Saturday. I feel like we did a really good job. And I feel like just this week is just playing with a little bit more tempo, playing a little bit faster, and ultimately just taking advantage of every opportunity that we get.
Interception you threw. Take me through what you saw live in the play and then what you saw when you went back and looked at it.
Live, it looked like they started in like a too high look, and live it looked like they were trying to spin to a 1 high, like 3 or 3 strong kind of look, and that's kind of what I had evaluated on film as well. But ultimately, like, my eyes were where they were supposed to be. The ball was just flat. I feel like if I could have layered it over that linebacker and got it to DJ, and then if I felt like the safety could have made a play on it, then just play outside of it. But I wasn't really too hard on myself for that, because that's a throw that I'm going to be able to make as the season goes on. It was just a little flatter than it needed to be.
Avery, do you go into games thinking you have a preferred ratio of how much you personally pass it versus run it?
I don't really mind. I kind of feel like you just kind of have to kind of see how the game's going, and then I just kind of let whoever Riles is calling the plays. I trust him to be able to know, like, hey, when's the right time to run, when's the right time to pass. The plays just get signaled into me, and then I run them. So ultimately, I don't really mind whatever we're having more success with that week. It might be a heavy run week, it might be a heavy pass week, and it might be more balanced. So I think there's percentages on it. I don't really know how the percentages work. I think we're trying to be like 50-50 or like whatever. I don't really know how it all works out, but ultimately, like, whatever is successful that week, that's what we're going to do.
Give me your thoughts on playing your first college road game that you're going to be starting in.
It's exciting, just being able to go on the road and play. I love playing at home more than anything, just because you have the support of your fans and just the traditions that we have even before the game and after the game. But road games are fun too, because you kind of get to be a villain and go in and experience new adversity, and I have a lot of fun with that type of stuff.
How much does your success when you guys played at Texas Tech last year, and you played so much and so well, how much is that experience going to help you with this first roadster?
I mean, just being able to play in a hostile environment, I think that'll help. But as far as the success that we had at Texas Tech, that doesn't really translate over, because Tulane's a whole different team, and I've never played against Tulane, but I know they played here a few years ago. So we're just excited to be able to go out there and line it up versus another team this week.
Have you heard from any of the older guys who were on that team that lost to Tulane, wanted to get this one as kind of a revenge factor?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people were not too happy that we lost that game a couple years ago, and I think that'll be a big point of emphasis going in this week to not overlook anybody. And I feel like a lot of people still have that bad taste in their mouth going into the game this week. So, I mean, we're going to attack it how we attack any other team. we're just looking to go out there and compete and find a way to win Saturday.
I wanted to ask about the sideline tablets. How often did you use them, and how did they sort of help you after drives? I guess see what went wrong or what went right.
I think they're really beneficial. Anytime I needed to see a play after a drive, I would just come to the sideline and sit down with Coach Wells, and we were trying not to go over every single play and sit there and do what we do on Sundays on Saturday during the game, because you don't want to, touch on too much stuff or start thinking about technique and footwork and stuff in the game, because then you're starting to think about a lot of different stuff. But it's definitely good to see pictures and see how the shells and stuff match up to, kind of what I was seeing on the field and kind of how stuff translated over.
How did you feel your first game action with Sam under center went?
I think Sam did a really good job. And I knew coming into the game I wasn't going to have really anything to worry about, just because of how much he's grown and how good he's looked in the spring and fall. But it was really good to be able to go out there and kind of, compete with him and the other four guys that were up there.
Anything else? Yeah, I got one. The touchdown pass with Fred Lofton. Can you walk me through that and just what kind of play that was and maybe how thrilled you were for him?
Yeah, so he was running kind of like a bullet down the sideline, and I have the option to give it to DJ or throw it to Lofton there. Then we have a guy also coming in the flat that I could dump it down to. But right there, it was just kind of the defensive end was giving me more of a give read, but seeing through everything and kind of having big vision in that play, being able to see through and how the secondary was playing at the corner blitzed. So the person that was going to have to take our receiver was the boundary safety. And then that leaves nobody for Lofton. The linebacker would have to match Lofton, and I just like my matchup right there. And nobody ended up running with them, so it was an easy pitch and catch to get our season rolling.
Oh, last one over here.
Give us your thoughts as you're back. Pardon me. Kind of give us your thoughts as you're now playing in the backfield now with Dylan Edwards.
It's a lot of fun. Just you guys got a small glimpse of what he can do on Saturday, and he's just explosive when you get the ball in his hands. So trying to get him the ball in space as much as we can, and he's a hard person to stop if you're a defender, especially in space, and he plays with so much passion and grit. He's just really fun to be able to have on my side, and being able to pair him up with DJ and Joe Jack and Jimmy. We have a really good running back room that I feel like will start to get more and more noticed as the year goes on.